Ramble.
It's the Monday Ramble, our new no-holds-barred discussion where we discuss all sorts of racing chat from the weekend just gone. I'm joined by Jack Keane and Callum Jameson. Good to see you, lads.
Hello.
All right, buddy.
First up, Callum, I know you were at Warwick on Saturday.
Yeah.
You said it was very, very cold, but there was a red-hot performance from Kimberlite Candy.
It was freezing. It's definitely the coldest race course in the country. But yeah, like Kimberlite Candy was very, very impressive. It's a bit strange afterwards. Tom Lacey said he's not going to go. He might not go into Aintree to weigh it up. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But he obviously got the thumbs up from the big man, JP McManus, on the way home, or Frank Berry, whoever, and it looks like he's going to go straight there, which is definitely the right decision.
They'd be mad not to go.
Yeah,
wouldn't they?
he looks a proper stayer. He jumps
JP
well.
got on the blower and said, "Tom, we're going, mate."
He did, yeah. He's a great big bull of a horse, isn't he? I couldn't, but I thought he looked a bit fat actually, but he's just so much muscle power and staying power. I mean, the way he drew clear in 3 bars 5 furlong on at Warwick, which is very difficult to do, he absolutely floored them.
Yeah, big time.
He looked in trouble a little bit turning in, didn't he? And you thought, oh, Captain Chaos might nick this.
Yeah,
from the front.
yeah.
Well, and it was a proper gallop. He said. So I think that's a really good trial for the national. I mean, one for Arthur won it a few years back, didn't he? Before he went on to win the big one. He'll go straight there. I imagine he goes well fresh.
Yeah.
We probably got £8, imagine at the very least for that, and that will get him into Aintree. And
he's at the side of the big fences as well, which is
he ran well obviously behind Walking the Mill last time, didn't he? So it's not like he's going there blind either. And Lacey was relieved as well because he always tends to run really well and then throwing a bum at the next time out. So this time it was the first time he's actually backed up a good run, and he says he's grown up this year, and you have to take that face value. I think he proved that.
I think he looked quite good as a novice hurdler off the top of my head.
He won Ascot, I remember.
Yeah.
Really disappointed. So
he's finally got back
just
to
starting to fulfil his potential, isn't he?
Big Tom Lacey trains just down the road from
Big
me,
Tom,
actually.
Big
He
Tom.
did Big Tom, yeah, much marketable as it goes. Lovely setup he's got. No wonder the horses are running well. I'm sure they're treated like kings and queens. Talking Kimberlite Candy for the Grand National, he's around about the 20-1 mark after that very good success. Any other fancies for the big race in Aintree in April?
I'll go first. Why not? Nicky Richards' horse, unsurprisingly, big fan of the Dom.
Yeah.
Taking Risks, who you can get for 40-1 still. He's off 147 now. He's entered this weekend a couple of races over hurdles, and Nicky's finally got the thumbs up from the owners to go for the big one at Aintree. They're a bit hesitant at first, but it looks like they're going there now. So I imagine he'll have a spin over hurdles.
He's entered up this
mark.
weekend.
Yeah, entered this weekend. Keep his mark for Aintree. He should get in off 147 now. I definitely think he's got a big race in him. Aintree, he hasn't. I don't think he's run at Aintree before over fences.
What are you saying, the Scottish National's not a big race?
Well, it is big. It's not. It's not a big race.
Very
You're an angry half of
Well, I am Scottish, so we'll go with that. But he's an 11-year-old, which is weird. But he seems to have come good the last year. He's beaten horses, Captain Chaos, Cross Park, and JPEG. They've all trumped the form in this season alone. He jumps and stays all day, and I just think 40-1 for a horse he knows is going to go to the national, all being well, looks a decent little bit.
Yeah, I agree.
Tremendous. What are you, Jack? What you got?
Well, I do like taking risks, but because Callum stole that first, I think at a big price as well. Talk is cheap. Obviously, he won the Bet365 Gold Cup last year. We've only seen him once. He was third behind Santini.
Yes,
At Sandown in November. We haven't seen him since, so I hope he's okay. But I mean, he's about 50-1. He stays all day, jumps well, and he loves good spring ground. So I think he'd be a player at a big price if he was going to go there. But hopefully he'll be entered up somewhere soon because I just haven't seen him.
You want to see a run before?
Yeah, we'd like to get a run into him before Entry, but I think he's a good player at a big price.
For a small horse, he jumps really well.
Yeah, he's a fantastic horse.
I'm going to put my head up above the parapet, not really actually. I'm going to say Walk in the Mill because he just loves those fences. He came fourth in it last year, which is a very good run. He only needs to show a tiny bit more improvement and a bit more luck in running this time around to be bang there, and he won the Beach Chit again. I mean, he's very solid. And Robert Walford, we've got to see him get a big winner. So that's the natural choice, isn't it, folks?
Yeah,
I think.
there you go.
Yeah, great. We've also had another very impressive performance on Saturday from Annie MC, or Annie Mac. Chris Hughes'
Annie Mac.
Annie Mac. Chris
Annie
Hughes'
MC.
son, racing ambassador, Chris Hughes' horse, who I have to say is going places fast, I would say, on that performance, evidence anyway. I know it was only a novice chase, but she couldn't have done it much easier, could
No,
she?
she's a mare of a fair engine, so
Yeah, she's good over hurdles.
she looks like she's improved for the switch defences, I'd say.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
she wasn't a bad hurdler either, so.
Yeah, I mean, the world has looked to be her oyster, particularly in mares events, but we will have a look and see what Chris Hughes himself thinks about her very impressive display.
Why not?
Hello guys, what a great weekend. Annie Mac making it 2 from 2 while chasing. Obviously, that's extremely exciting. There were a few nerves before the race. She's never actually put back-to-back wins together. Obviously, now all I can think about is her winning. But last season, while she was hurdling, you know, she broke her duck at Chepstow, and then she ran a poor race at Exeter, or an average race. You know, it was a different kind of race. We're still trying to find her ideal trip back then. And then obviously she went to Newbury and hosed up in the EBF Mares Novice Hurdle Final, and she qualified at the weekend obviously for the EBF Mares Novice Chase Final, which will be at Cheltenham this time in April, and that's very exciting because that's obviously a target in mind for her. But it's great that she could, you know, put 2 wins back to back together, because she was fantastic on Boxing Day at Wincanton. Then she's gone and beat a lot stronger field, a horse rated off 139, and yeah, it's extremely exciting. She keeps progressing, and I think the real target will be Cheltenham in March. What we know is the JLT, which is the Marsh Chase. That will obviously be a target. It's the perfect trip for her, and obviously come Cheltenham, obviously we don't know what the ground will be like, but you know, should fancy her. She'll go well on quicker ground as well. She obviously loves soft ground, but she will go around where there's a bit slightly more of a gallop, and that will suit her. But great result of the weekend. We're very excited, and we'll keep ticking those boxes and target Cheltenham.
Thanks, Chris. Obviously, been a lot of talk about Altior in the press in the last week or so, a lot of bookie chat, but we're going to try and steer away from that a bit and just talk about the horse himself. It's just very disappointing, isn't it, guys, that we just don't get to see him. I mean, we've seen him once this season, beaten by a very, very good horse. Shame he's not been. I mean, I was hoping to see him run this weekend, which he won't be doing now, and it all kind of just a bit of a damp squib, isn't it? Callum, I know you've got strong thoughts on it.
Yeah, I've said it before in the video we do towards the end of the week, looking at the weekend, that it's just been a bit of a shambles.
Yeah,
Really. It's 1 minute he's running the Saturday and then it's not, another setback, and obviously all the stuff around how the news is released, etc., just doesn't help the sort of reputation of him this season. Yeah, and I mean, it would be great to get him back on track. We need horses like him to sort of spread the sport, spread the love and whatnot, and it'd be great to get him back for the Champion Chase. It's obviously steering clear of Ascot this weekend, which is a shame. Looks like he's going to go to the Game Spirit, which probably won't be much of a race.
He's won it before, isn't he, I think?
Yeah, it is a shame. I mean, I think they got a bit greedy, didn't they, stepping up and trip. I don't want to slag them off for that, because it's good for the sport.
Absolutely,
They try new
yeah,
things.
yeah,
And was it a bit boring if they
I
stayed
think
and
they
trip?
had to have a go. I think the problem was, like, we were at Ascot the day racing at Surname. It was horrible ground that day, and he was absolutely exhausted after that. I've never seen him so tired. Nico had to get off him before they came back into the.
It's always a sign, isn't it?
And he would blow him for a good 20 minutes after the race. He looked knackered. So I just wonder if that race had left a mark.
Oh, definitely.
So I mean, they'll obviously be regretting it. Nicky probably wishes he never.
It's the kind of horse that could, it's the kind of race that could bottom a horse, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. I mean, he's getting on. The only thing you could say about them now stepping up and trip is, did they leave it a bit too late? But then again, you can't knock them for winning a couple of Champion Chases.
The thing is, you look at how strong he's been at the finish of his Champion Chases, you think he'd love to.
Yeah.
Because he's always at his strongest after the last.
The thing is, he did run okay at Ascot. He was well beat, but his numbers weren't far off what he's been running at the last season or so. So, I mean, I think he was well beat by Surname, and I think that has left a mark on him. Whether Nicky can get him back, we'll see.
You could say it's left a mark on Surname as well, because he was a little flat in the
He was
King
very
George,
flat,
he wasn't himself, didn't travel his usual
Not
zest.
at all.
So maybe they're both just,
It's
that's
a real
taken the edge
tough
off them.
season over for both of them.
Yeah, it was.
Do you think that, what do you think the target of Cheltenham would be then for us?
It's got to be Champion Chase.
I mean, that is, I think that's the route they're going to have to go, but I mean,
Well, he's only been entered there, so that's
well, that's a good point, yeah. But I mean,
He's honourable,
you
isn't
know,
he?
you think so after last year? He scraped over
I
last
imagine
year.
if Defi Desoy wins this weekend, he'll go favourite for the Champion Chase, and it's on
Oh, yeah.
Altior to beat him, I imagine. I mean, it would have been good to see him both this weekend. It would have been a nice
Well,
warm-up.
good pointer, wouldn't it, as well,
Yeah.
for form gurus.
Let's just hope he goes to Newbury and puts on a bit of a show, because I mean, jumps racing is it's less interesting when you've got, haven't got Altior just destroying everyone, you know what I mean? Because he's just such a good horse. So we miss him, and I hope Nicky can get him back.
Yeah, come on, Nicky, get him back.
Come on, Nicky.
Get back to his best.
Get well soon now.
Yeah. Lastly, we're going to do a feature thing here, a little segment. Saturday Screamer, our favourite performances from the weekend, in particular Saturday, although I'm actually going to go for a Sunday Screamer. Jack, what was the performance that caught your eye?
Well, I'm going to go for a performance in the saddle from the top man, Barry Geraghty.
Oh, big Baz.
You can't keep a good man down. I mean, I've been guilty of bashing Barry the last year or so, But I mean, shortly after he was decked on Notre Paris at the last in the Lanzarote with a cinema chance, he gave Never Adapt an absolute peach.
He did. It was wonderful to watch.
Oh, it was a great ride. I mean, she was pulling basically from start to finish, and he just produced her after the last with a great run. It was a proper classic Garrity ride. I think she's got a massive engine, to be honest, this mare. It'd be interesting to see where she goes at Cheltenham. I'm sure they'll have a plan in mind for her, but it was good to see old Bazza bounce back from that spill at last.
It was. It looks like she thinks about the game.
She's a bit of a fruitcake.
Yeah, she did look like that. As you say, it was perfectly handled by the master, Barry Garrity. Cal, what about you?
It probably doesn't quite fall into the screamer category. It's just one for your tracker. It was a very quiet weekend, so forgive me. Mr. Scrumpy, who we visited up at Jello Keys, he was pumped off the boards before his run at Wetherby on Saturday. He looked in trouble quite a way out, but he came back on the bridle and was swinging on the outside before he fell 2 out. And he's definitely on a winnable mark at the moment. They'll find him another race in the near future, I imagine.
One slightly below the radar.
Well, maybe not anymore after this. But
Well, yeah, exactly.
After all, our millions of viewers tune in, yeah.
My Sunday Screamer, I'm not going to go for either Andy Dufresne or Captain Guinness, even though they both ran very good races in the Grade 2 Sky Bet Moscow Flyer Hurdle. I'm going to stick with a horse in the last race, Maiden Hurdle, Henry de Bromhead, who seems to be coming out with very good hurdlers constantly, every week almost.
He's master trained.
Isn't he? He's wonderful.
A top trainer.
And he's got Rachel Blackmore riding for him. You couldn't really ask for a better combination.
Combo.
Unbelievable. But I'm going to go for a horse that won the last. Rachel Blackmore actually, it was a screamingly good ride as well. Because she held him 20 lengths off a ridiculous pace set by odds-on favourite Blackbow for Willie Mullins. That horse kind of fell in a heap with the other fancied runner of the race, and Rachel Blackmore and Lumusigny, I think his name is, very hard to pronounce, picked up the pieces. But I mean, he's a horse to follow for sure. I mean, it's quite an emphatic performance, and the way that what's that horse called that favourite the Triumph? Same ownership. Sorry, same trainer. Henry Bromhead. Aspire Tower.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
If
Thank God you remember.
if there's anything
Joint favourite.
anything near as good as that one is, then they've got a right to be excited. Obviously, it's a long race.
It's owned by his wife as well, but I imagine that will be.
They've got a proper team, haven't they?
They have got problems. You've got Monolith, which you're on a belter in the.
Lindo's going to run this week, I think.
I think that's. I was watching his at Bartle again the other day, and it was really impressive.
Big RSA player, isn't he?
Yeah, he must be. But he is, I think he needs softer ground, but I mean,
He's
he's
a
Notebook as well.
Notebook wins the Arkle.
and Aplutar as well.
Aplutar wins the championship.
There you go. What a team.
What a game.
Henry de Bromhead fan plug over here. Anyway, that's the Monday Ramble. Hope you've been treated to a, well, what could be described as
A ramble.
a ramble, yeah. And tune in next week for more musings and ramblings.
Love it.